What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. I hope that you all are having an amazing day. As you can see from the title of this video, we will be talking about exes who want their women's money and definitely want control over them. We have a few different exes to talk about, y'all. So let's jump right on in. But before I get into the details, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. It will cause YouTube to recommend this video to more people who are like you and have similar interests. Great minds think alike. And also, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I love celebrity news, celebrity gossip. I love Love and Marriage Huntsville. And so I also do reality TV star interviews. So a variety of content over here. Please join me. All right, so with all of that being said, let's jump right on in. Now, you may have heard these reports if you follow reality TV stars who have been on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I love Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm woman enough to say it. I ain't ashamed. But you may have also heard that it is being reported, the sources media take out, that the marriage between Faith Evans and Stevie J has come to a close. And now Stevie J has to pay Faith Evans, allegedly. Oh my gosh, no. I wish. That is my wishing side coming out. Faith Evans has to pay Stevie J $1 million. Allegedly, and in my opinion, I doubt that the brother would have $1 million to give. Now, back in the day, in the 90s, the early 90s, I believe he did because he is a music producer. I remember him, working with the rapper Eve when she was really popular, which would have been the mid and late 90s. And that's probably his music producing experience is what landed him on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But Faith Evans has to pay him $1 million. Now, in case you would be wondering if she has that type of cash lying around, she does, because not only has Faith Evans been a successful singer, she's also a successful songwriter, writing music for herself for sure. I have Faith Evans' music purchased right down in my basement right now. She's a wonderful vocalist, and she's written so many of her own hits. So she definitely has the cash. Also, she lives in California, which is a community property state. So basically, what's hers is his, and vice versa. They split it down the middle when the marriage is over. One example that sticks out for me is on the Real Housewives of Orange County when Vicki Gunvalson divorced her ex-husband Don. She had to give him half of the value of her insurance agency, Koto Insurance. And she had to pay Don 7 figures. She took him out to lunch before she handed them the check. She said, are you really going to take my money? And he was like, I'm entitled to it. She had to hand the check over. So allegedly, Faith has to pay Stevie J $1 million. Let me know what you all think about in the comments. I was always concerned upon learning that, Stevie J was sinking his teeth into Faith. We first started seeing her back on Love and Hip Hop back in 2015, and they got married in July of 2018, 5 years ago. It also makes you wonder, did Stevie J tap into certain rights legally after hitting like 5 years of marriage? But in any event, California is a community property state. So, I always wonder, did he purposely marry her because he knows that she lives in California and California is a community property state? Do you believe we're going to see him again on the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? I have a feeling we will. And he'll be spending Faith's money. All right, so let's move right on along. This ninja right here, Mark Daly. Kenya Moore's hopefully soon to be ex. He's not a formal ex-husband, but she's trying to make it happen. They have actually been in divorce court for a couple of years now. Yes, as you all know, Kenya kept Mark Daly a secret from us until she showed up during season 10 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, already married to him. And then we had to wait a few episodes for him to actually show up. Well, by the very next season, season 11, we actually, as a matter of fact, Bravo punished her. So she was not there season 11, which was the season that Portia got pregnant. Season 12, Kenya returned to the show, and Mark Daly was a total a-hole to her. And we saw the marriage breaking down season 12. So they were literally married about 2 years when they decided to separate. And then they had Brooklyn, which would have been the beginning of season 11, but she wasn't on the show. Bravo punished her for not sharing on the show her relationship with Mark and the wedding. Well, anyway, what brings us up to date in July of 2023 is that Mark Daly wants the judge who's presiding over their divorce case to hold Kenya Moore in contempt for the episode of the current season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta when Marlo kicked Kenya's hotel door and Brooklyn was right in the hotel room sleeping. You may remember from a few episodes back when the ladies traveled to Alabama, Kenya was going to perform in like a football classic with a black college. She did take ill and had to not do the performance, unfortunately, but she brought Brooklyn along with her. And we all know that Marlo showed her tail and kicked Kenya's hotel door to try and get a response from her. And she said, "My daughter's in the room sleeping. What are you doing trying to kick my door down?" You know, Kenya did react, but Mark is now using that scene from that episode to try and hold Kenya in contempt. And I think that it is such a reach. I know that I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know how well within Mark's rights that he is. But according to the Bravo Shade Room on Instagram, allegedly, we all know that a couple seasons back, season 13, he also tried to prevent Kenya from ever showing Brooklyn on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So for season 13, Brooklyn would be blurry. But Kenya was able to convince the judge that she needs to be able to show Brooklyn on the show in order to help maintain her status on the show and earn her paychecks to take care of the child. The judge did agree with Kenya. And so also, though, we are learning that whenever there is an opportunity, an economic opportunity for Kenya to make money with Brooklyn, she does have to share this opportunity with Mark. Not financially, as far as I interpreted it, but she has to share that information with him. Now, look, I get it that these people are co-parents. They literally have these children, made these children with these men. But I wish the judges didn't look at things in such black and white terms, but to try and read the individual who may seem a little greedy and just want these women's money and their control. How does the law protect people's assets when the one person that at one time you were into, they are a total jerk now and they're trying to come after everything you got? The fact that, Kenya has to run her economic opportunities by her ex-husband whenever it could possibly involve Brooklyn, I just feel like he may try to strong arm her into her cash apping him some money. If you don't believe me, just ask Cynthia Bailey and her having to pay a percentage to Peter Thomas for each season that she appeared on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I had to stop watching his interview with Carlos King. He was totally triggering me, y'all. But let me know what you all think about this as well. Then we have this Negro here, y'all, Mr. Swollen Martell. His 304s have been talking. I'm sure you've seen other wonderful content creators touch on Belinda Sanders' latest post, where she talked about she feels like the side chick who literally destroyed the marriage of Melody and Martell should probably be trying to contribute to the harmony between the exes instead of adding fuel to the fire. And so that was basically the gist of her post. It was pretty lengthy. Shout out to Diana Rose and so many others who checked it out, covered it if you want to go to their pages and see the actual post. And she said, although Martell is my friend, I really think that he should really try and work hard to keep, basically Ariane's mouth under control. Control, yo 304. Okay, shout out to Big Sean, who's from Detroit. But anyway, also Ariane went live today. I was working, y'all. I worked during the day, so I couldn't really focus to try and stream it. But allegedly, Ariane actually had the nerve to say that she finessed the blogger, whom we all know, Original Straight No Chaser, has released 2 recordings so far of a privately recorded conversation that she had with Ariane. And Ariane is now trying to backpedal and, PUSSY pop and say that she knew what she was doing and she lied to the blogger and she finessed the blogger because people are always trying to play her. I am not convinced at all that she lied to this blogger. I think that she's just trying to save face after looking extremely guilty. And I think she's also trying to cover because she's probably literally concerned that she may be in some hot water for sure. So I wanted to, of course, talk about that. Let me know what you all think about Belinda's comments. Do you think she's out of line? Do you think she's going to trigger Martell to be mad at her? Do you think Ariane is going to respond? Also, do you all think that Martell got a facelift at the time that they were filming episode 14 of Love and Marriage Huntsville? And this is why his face was so swollen. Also, Martell reminded me of Orange County when Vicki Gunvalson, she got a facelift and she showed up for filming and everyone in their confessional was dragging Vicki saying, why would she even show up to an event looking that way? It's clear she's at work done. So do you think Martell got like a facelift or do you think he was in a fight? Remember the alleged, heated perhaps fight between he and Ariane and it was on a Friday night. People were saying in the Facebook group that he got arrested and went to jail. And then the next Saturday morning, very early morning, he went live on IG from his bed, no shirt on, and Ariane jumped on the live with him. Remember that? Do you think that this scene when they were checking out the venue for the Black Expo was filmed at that same time? That's a thought that I have. But I hope you all enjoyed checking out this video. Please let me know what you all think in the comments. I love your thoughts. You all are so smart. What do you think about Mark Daly wanting to be mean to Kenya, using the courts to be mean to her, to hold her in contempt over something that Marlo did? What do you think about Faith paying Stevie J $1 million? Obviously no prenup, but they're also in California, a sticky situation. And do you think women who have an exorbitant more amount of money than a man, do you think that they should even get married? If I was Faith Evans, I would have never married Stevie J. I would have to marry up. Even at the income level that I am at right now, I would have to marry up. There's no way, y'all. No way. And never settle just so you can say that you have a companion. Absolutely not. Well, I will talk to y'all soon. Take good care.